Krishna. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalaka Chakshramalatam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvai Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swamarupa Kadamayam Dadati Swam Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapat Kamlam Shri Gurana Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sakritam Sahaganraganathvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarabhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaganlalita Shri Vishakhalita Vascha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gokakanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpataru Bhaksha Kripa Sindhu Bhayaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So I welcome you all for the session today. Who all were present yesterday in the program? So they remember anything that I said there is something I will be talking about today.
Krishna married
The Muslim bride of Krishna. Yes. So, I remember Prabhuji was speaking, you have to update that.
Okay.
The matter you spoke about our group and me. There is a lot of more has been added to it now. We have crossed 1600 days of chanting. It's not 1200. Yeah, 1600. 1 year is missing now. And then the book distribution, we have crossed more than now. It's like 5,000, more than 4,000. It's this year itself we did 1108 Bhagavatam sets in 1 month. In the Bhadra Purnima Marathon, my group did with me 1108 Bhagavatam sets. And the Bhagavad Gitas we did last year was 25,000 itself. So this year, I don't know, we'll be beating our own records, let's see. Hari Bol. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So yesterday, as I said, we were talking about the Muslim bride of Krishna. So you'll be surprised. I was in Melukote. Who knows about Melukote? Melukote? Yeah, probably. You've not been there. It's near Bangalore. Just 100 kilometers away from Bangalore. So it's Melukote, a place of Ramnujacharya. And I had read this story a long time back and I really wanted to go to Melukote. So this happened that this year I was supposed to travel to US and Canada. And I was traveling it was the 5th of May, we were traveling to US. And I get a call from Bangalore president, the temple president. He said, you have to come to Bangalore. What's the schedule? So I was busy till April 30th and April 5th I'm flying. So I told him I'm busy till April 30th and April 5th I'm flying. So he says, oh, you have a lot of time. There is 1st to 4th you are free. You come to Bangalore. I said, okay. I couldn't say no. He's a senior god brother. So, and he said, you have to come to glorify Guru Maharaj. We are celebrating. They were celebrating some festival there. And I said, you have to come to glorify Guru Maharaj. I said, sure, I'll be there. So when I was there, the devotees told me, do you want to go to Melukote? I said, yes. I never knew it was so near to Bangalore because I had wanted to go there since I did this story with my group during the COVID times. Because during the COVID times, there were all so many new people with me and I was looking for such nice, true stories so that I could actually increase my knowledge as well as give them the knowledge, the true knowledge. And I came across this amazing story, a true story, that there was a Mughal, the Mughals were ruling India. So in Delhi, there was a Mughal emperor whose general lived in Delhi with him. So this general had a daughter, and this general was actually famous for plundering the temples, because the Mughals were plundering temples. Especially they used to go to the south of India, attack the temples, plunder them, bring their gold and everything to Delhi. And this general, what he did, he sent his army to the south to Malakote. And they plundered the temple Malakote. They brought the deities from Malakote to their palace, general's home in Delhi. They used to please the emperor. They used to melt the gold of the deities. They used to think that these are made of gold. They would shine. The deities would shine. They were golden in color, and they would shine, and they would get these deities to get the gold out of them. So they plundered and they brought the deity of Krishna to Delhi. And now this general's daughter was there in the courtroom at that time when the deities came. And she's begged her father to give the deities to her. She said this doll is very beautiful and she wanted to play with that doll. She was a teenager at that time. She said, this looks very lovely and I want. And he gave, in love, he loved his daughter, he gave the deities to her. She started playing with them, she would feed them, she would sleep with them, she would decorate them. She really was in love with the deity. And now Ramanujacharya and his disciples there, they knew the deities had gone to Delhi, and they were searching and they were wanted to know what was happening to the deities. Were they melted or were they still there? And they came to know that they are still there. Nothing has happened to them. They are very much in the palace. So now what they did, they planned, they became the Nat. The Nat are those who dance and sing. And they did the dancing and singing in the courtroom. They had got the access there. So they dressed up like Nat and they went there. And when the general got pleased with them, they would reward them. So as usual, the general asked, what do you want? They said, we know you have a very nice deity. You have a nice, and he knew they were Hindus. So we heard you have that figure with you. Could you give that? If you are very happy with us, please give us that. And it says that Ramanujacharya had the siddhi, he could mesmerize them and they got all hypnotized and they said, okay. The general said, he was very much disturbed by his daughter even because she would not leave the deity. So he had to get rid of the deities, the best is give it to them. So they forcefully took the deities from the daughter and gave it to these Nat. And the temple people, they knew that he's very cunning. He has given the deity, but again he could actually rob them on the way. He could send the army again back to follow them and rob them away. So all of them got scattered away. They went different ways just to confuse the general's army. So now when the daughter came to know the deities they were forcibly taken from her, she actually felt the separation. She felt so much of separation, she took a horse and she went away to the south of India. She left the palace. She fought to go to Malakote, and she reached Malakote. She reached Malakote and she waited on the steps of the temple, waiting for the deity to come, waiting for Krishna to come. And she gave up her body there. She left her body there. There's a samadhi of this Muslim bride. It's on the hilltop, Bibi Nachar. She's called Bibi Nachar. And we climbed that hilltop, around 150 steps or 200 steps. We climbed up to her, where the samadhi is made. So she gave up her body, and then it says that Ramanujacharya or one of his priests, they got the dream. Krishna said, she is my bride. The deities reached the temple later on, and the deities were installed. And Krishna said in the dreams that she is my bride now. her deity should be placed at my lotus feet. There is a small of baby Nachyar that is placed at the lotus feet of Krishna. The main idol, the main deity of Krishna is there, and at his lotus feet is baby Nachyar. Not many people know about it. So I knew it, and then the Mataji, one of from our groups, she had organized our trip to Melukode. She had access to those priests there. So she had some VIP access. So she told them, they took us to the inner sanctum. The people are there, then you can reach a wall ahead. So we reached inside. Though the deities were a bit far then, but we were inside. And then I told them, because that I knew Bibi Nachar is there. I said, I want to have darshan of Bibi Nachar. So they removed all the tulsi leaves, all the garlands from the lotus feet of Krishna, and there was a small vigraha of Bibi Nachar. So Krishna came in the dream and he said she should be placed there. And the thing is that this is south of India. Krishna tells the priest she is from north of India. She will not eat rice and dal. She will have chapati and sabji. So they say they do sometimes the offering of chapati for especially, and they do a ceremony also for their wedding happening. Krishna getting married to her. So sometimes the Muslims, nowadays, they don't actually publicize this much. So the Muslims, old Muslims, they know it. And they say, often these Muslims used to come to have darshan. They used to say, Krishna is our son-in-law. Vishnu is our son-in-law. So these are such amazing stories. So we went to this palace or this temple, like it's a huge temple like a palace. And we were there, beautiful vigraha, beautiful darshan. And then there is, in Malakote only, you climb again more than 200 steps to reach to a big vigraha of Narsinghdev. So there is a vigraha of Narsinghdev also there. So we did all this. We had the flight the same evening. We did this all and rushed back to Bangalore and then to the airport to come back to Delhi. So this was the amazing that how I wanted to visit. My intense desire was to see Bibi Nachyar, and that Krishna fulfilled it. And I was about to fly to US, but suddenly the program came to come to Bangalore and I was there. So this is how beautiful it is, the Krishna consciousness is, that you find such amazing stories which you have not heard about it. So this is how a Vaishnava, if you become a pure Vaishnava, then Krishna reveals everything. Like today's class in the morning, we were doing Sudama and Krishna story. And Jeev Goswami talks about in his Bhakti Sandarbha about it, that the initiation, how initiation is so important. That there is no difference between Shri Hari, there is no difference between the Shri Guru and Shri Hari Nam. They are all alike, they are same. So that is, he says that in the Jeev Goswami talks about it. So that is how the Vaishnavas, to become a Brahmana, unless you become a Brahmana, Vaishnava means a Brahmana, more than a Brahmana. So Vaishnava means those who actually are devotees of the Lord. That devotee means those who are just not putting a tilak and a kanti mala, but those who have devotion in their sincere devotion for Krishna. So there is, in the Granth Sahib, there is a Ashtapati. Sukhmani Sahib is by Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the 5th Sikh Guru. He talks about it. In 9th Ashtapati, there are 24 Ashtapatis. There are 24 hours in a day. So there are 24 Ashtapatis. So 9th Ashtapati talks about a Vaishnava. And in Jeev Goswami says, only a Vaishnava gets to go back to Godhead. Likewise, it says in the Gurbani even, only a Vaishnava goes back to Godhead. That's confirmed. And who is a Vaishnava? The definition is there. Mithya nahi rasna paras manamay preet niranjan daras. Who doesn't touch falsity. Mithya. No fake, no pseudo. He's very sincere, very simple, straightforward. True. He's full of truth. So Mithya nahi rasna paras manamay preet niranjan daras. And he holds this intense desire to have darshan of the Supreme Lord. He always carries this, in that intense desire. The intense desire means that you are ready to do anything for Guru and Krishna. Because Guru is going to reveal Krishna to you. There is nobody else who will give you Krishna. Nobody can give you Krishna other than the Guru. So there are 4 kinds of Guru. We always talk about Marpadaksha Guru. Then there is the Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru and Chaitya Guru, Krishna himself. So Diksha Guru, to reach to the Diksha Guru, you have to cross over through the Shiksha Guru. So Guru is very important in life. So that is how Manmay Preet Niranjan Daras Par Istri Roop Na Pekhe Netra. A devotee who is a Vaishnava who does not enjoy the beauty of other women, does not look at other women, and vice versa. So that is Par Istri Roop Na Pekhe Netra. What Prabhupada gave was ISKCON, every woman should be called Mataji, and every male member is a Prabhuji. So you give mutual respect to each other. And being a male member, take up only your wife as your consort. Others all are your Matajis, mother. So par istri roop na pekhe netra. He doesn't look at the beauty of other women. Sadh ki tehel satsang heta. Sadh ki tehel means seva. The Vaishnava is the one who serves the sadhu. Sadhu is the one who does sadhana. So sadh ki tehel satsang het, and he is always in the association of devotees, satsang. Satsang is very important. Rupa Goswami says, Ado Shraddha Tado Sadhu Sant Tada Bhajan Kriya Tada Anartha Nivriti. First you have little bit of faith, that is Shraddha. Adho Shraddha. And then comes the Sadhu Sant. If you have little bit of faith in Krishna, Krishna plans it all that you go to the Sadhu Sangha. You come to the association of devotees. So, Adho Shraddha Tado Sadhu Sang Tada Bhajan Kriya. Then what happens when you come to the Sadhu Sangha? Your Bhajan Kriya starts. You start chanting. You start associating with the devotees. Your sadhana starts. So, Bhajan Kriya starts. And then Anartha Nivriti. And then your vices will go away. Lust, anger, greed. These are 3 gates, 3 vices that take you to hell. And there are others Mad Matsarya. So Mad is Ahankar, ego. You get rid of your ego. You get rid of all the greed. So it says here, Sadh ki tehel satsang het. So what a Vaishnava does, he serves the sadhu. Sadhana karne wale. He serves them and he is always blissful in the sadhu sangha. Karan na sune kahu ki ninda. It comes, no Vaishnava brag, no criticism, no fault finding. Kare na sune kahu ki ninda. Neither he speaks about others' faults, neither he criticizes anyone, neither he listens to it. Neither he speaks nor he listens to the criticism of others. Karan na sune kahu ki ninda. Sabte jane apas ko manda. And he thinks he is the worst among all of them. Everybody, all whom he knows, he is the worst among them. So these things have to be taken up very seriously. They are actually meant for us to follow. The Bhagavad Gita actually is practical. It's science. It is meant to be followed. It's not just meant to be, you just hear it and argue about it, or you just speak for the sake of speaking. This is spoken. These words are golden words of wisdom. They have to be taken up in your life. Unless you imbibe them, you don't become a devotee. Unless you put them to practice, you don't become a devotee. Nobody can call themselves a devotee unless they put these things to practice. So it says here, Sapte jane apas ko manda, Guru Prasad Bikhyate Parahari. Guru Prasad, by the mercy of the Guru, all the Bikhya, all the kilvik, all the distresses go away. But you need the mercy of the Guru. Without the mercy of the Guru, you cannot remove the illusion, you cannot remove the Maya from your life. It will keep you, actually it will clutch, hold you tight. That happens. Guru Prasad Bikhyate Parhari Manki Basana Mantitari. So mind has got a lot of vices in it. Mind is full of anarthas. So manaki bhashana, the vasanas, manate tare. So with the mercy of the Guru, you are able to control your mind. You're able to actually get rid of all the calm, all the vasanas. Indri jeet panch dok te rahat. You win over your indriyas, you win over your senses, and then panch dok, the five vices, you will get rid of them. But by the mercy of the Guru, the grace of the Guru. Nanak कोट मधे को ऐसा अपरस. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, out of millions there will be one like this. Who would do that? कोट मधे को ऐसा अपरस, वैष्णव सो जिस ऊपर सुप्रसन्न. He is a Vaishnava on whom Vishnu is very happy upon. That is why he is called Vaishnava. Because Vishnu is extremely happy upon him. Vishan ki maya te hue pin. He is actually Vishan ki maya. Krishna says, Devi Haishi Gunamaya Mamaya Durutya. This is my maya, my illusion that takes over you. So same, it repeats here. Vishani ki maya. Vaishnava is the one who keeps himself aloof from Vishnu's maya. Maya belongs to Vishnu. Everything belongs to Vishnu. Everything belongs to Krishna. So he keeps himself away from the maya of Vishnu. Vishan ki maya teo he pin. Karam karat hove neh karam. And he does the karma that is neh karam. The akarma. A nishkarma. Where the karma that doesn't give, that doesn't actually entangle him. He does that karma. He performs that karma that does not entangle him to this material world back. This Vaishnava ka nirmal dharma. This Vaishnava has got the nirmal. He's got this dharma that is the dharma that is nirmal, that is very simple and very blissful. So he's not touched by the worldliness created by the Lord. He acts without any worldly motive. Nirmal. Nirmal means no tinge of maya in it. Kaho, this Vaishnava ka nirmal taram, kaho fal ki ichha nahi bache. So there is no desire for the fruit. He doesn't want to enjoy the fruit of his actions. Keval bhakta kirtan sangrache. He is a devotee, he is a Vaishnava. He only finds bliss in the kirtan, in the singing the glories of the Supreme Lord. Keval bhakta kirtan sangrache mantan antar simran gopal. With his mind, with his physical body, he is holding Gopal, he is chanting the name of Gopal. Sab upar hovat kirpal. And he is compassionate to everyone. That is, again, who says this? Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in the Shikshashtakam. A devotee is compassionate, is full of compassion. So, sab upar hovat kirpal, aap dride avro naam japave, Nanak o Vaishnav param katapave. So, aap dride avro naam japave. He chants himself and with full dridata, with full determination, he chants himself with full determination and he preaches also with full determination. Aap dride avro naam japave. So it's important, he chants himself and makes others also chant. That is very important. Nanak, O Vaishnava, and this Vaishnava will have the Param Gati. He will be the one who will be liberated. So this is there are more to say, but this is the main. I've given these verses in my book, of course. So this is the main verse. There is that Bhagavati Bhagwanta Bhagat ka rang Sakala Tyagya Dusta ka sang. He doesn't sit in the non-devotee association. He doesn't take the non-devotee association. He gives his association to them. He doesn't take it. So there is difference. We don't shun away non-devotees. We welcome them, but we give our association. We indulge with them, but we don't take their association. We don't take their qualities. We give our qualities to them. But how do you give your qualities to them? When you become a touchstone, and Guru makes you that touchstone. Guru polishes you. Guru is the one who polished this diamond. That is the Guru's job. He polishes you and he sends you to the world to give your touch to others. So, मनते बिन से सगला भ्रम कर पूजे सगला पार ब्रह्म साध संग पाप मल खोवे तिस भगत की मत उत्तम होवे भगवंत की टहल कई नित नीत मंतन अर्पे विषण की प्रीत. So Mantanandra, he actually dedicates his mind and body for Krishna's love. Hari ke charan hirde basawe. He keeps the lotus feet of Krishna in his heart always. Nanak aisa bhagavati bhagavanta ko pave. This devotee will actually receive Bhagavant. He will go to Krishna. He will be received by Krishna. So this is how we get to know that how it is important for us to be a Vaishnava. Who is a Vaishnava? So we know from the scriptures, from Gita, Krishna says that how do you become Vaishnava? He tells Arjuna, surrender your mind and intelligence to me, work with my intelligence. So that is how one should be. Today morning we were just at a devotee's home and we were talking about the Yam Yam Vapi Smaranam Shloka came up. So how many of you know what does Yam Yam Vapi Smaranam means? 1, 2, 3, rest 4, 5. Rest don't know. What does Yam Yam Vapi Smaranam means? Antakale jo, nothing? You know, everybody knows. So Yam Yam Vapi Smaranam, Krishna says, in the consciousness, whatever is there in your consciousness, when you leave your body, your consciousness is actually going to play a big part. The next body is ready for you. When you leave this body, the next body you take up is according to your consciousness that you carry with you. So that consciousness is that means what is important for us is the consciousness, our Chetana. So the Chetana is that if we are actually in Krishna consciousness and we leave the body, we go back to Krishna. So whatever your consciousness is, that matters. And Krishna says the consciousness at the time of death. So we are very clever. We say, okay, death is very far from us. We are not going to die right now. So how many of you know when we will die? When you will die? Nobody knows. It can come right now. It may come after 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, whatever. Few seconds, few minutes, few years, few hours, nobody knows it. So that's why Krishna says, you remember me at the time of death. So what does he mean by that? He says, always remember me and never forget me. Like you remember the death always, so remember me always. If you will remember me always, you are safe. You will come back to me. Yamaraj will not touch you. Yamdutas will not touch you. They will not come near you. You will come back to me. But provided at the time of death you remember me. So if we remember him throughout, it's easy for us. We are not afraid of death then. Because that is the golden time. You are in Krishna's Chaitana, you're in consciousness of Krishna. You keep Krishna in your consciousness, then it's the best time to die. It's the best time to die when you have the Krishna consciousness in you. And the fear for death goes away. So we are celebrating Damodar Ashtakam, we are celebrating Kartik month. Krishna is actually being fearful of his mother, who is running after him with a stick in his hand. He's not afraid of the stick, he's just acting for us. He is the one from whom fear fears. He is the one from whom bhai darta hai jinse. Bhai bhaibit hota hai Krishna se. And that's Krishna, he's acting for us, that he's being fearful from his mother. And she ties him with the rope of devotion. He's tied with devotion. It's not the rope, not the power. He's tied with devotion. So this is how it is that whatever Chaitana we have at the time of death, that body is ready for us. So I was just quoting again. Then the Yam Yam Vapi Smaranam, when I wrote this book, I actually quoted the similar verse from the Granth Sahib even comes here. So it is that when we die, yesterday we did the Katha of Bharat Maharaj even. So Bharat Maharaj, he took the body of a deer because he died in the consciousness thinking of a deer. So whatsoever we think, it goes in our consciousness. Likewise, the daily when you are doing your, we go to sleep, and in the morning, if we had throughout the day, if you're meditating on something that was disturbing us, or that was we were really looking forward to it, or we were obsessed by that thing, in the dream also that same thing comes over. And especially while sleeping also, when you are watching something or you're reading something, that thing goes around in your mind. That's why Prabhupada said, when you go to bed, read Krishna book and go to bed. Think of Guru and Krishna and go to bed. So you get in dreams of also, that is Krishna. So whatever you think and do, you are going to get that. The result is that. So the Gurbani says the same. There is a, again, there are saints from Maharashtra. There actually the Bhakta's Bani was put into the Guru Granth Sahib. So Namdev Ji and Bhakta Trilochan from Maharashtra, their Bani came into, found a place in Guru Bani, the Guru Granth Sahib. And Bhakta Trilochan said, अंतकाल जो सिमरे लक्ष्मी ऐसी चिंता में जो मरे सर्प योनि वलवल उतरे. Those who meditate on Lakshmi, those who meditate on money, throughout their lives they were only asked, praying, oh, more money, I want to be rich, more rich, more rich. They were always into the accounts, thinking of money. And actually then they leave their body. Death overcomes them, they leave the body, meditating on this. The next birth is of a snake, serpent. Why serpents? Because the serpents, they live in treasures, the khazanas. You'll find the snakes there. Wherever there is a treasure, you will find a snake there. Because he was asking for money. Krishna says, I'm very Bhakta Vatsal, I'm very compassionate. I give you money now. You stay in money. Stay in jewels, gold, diamonds, rubies. You stay there. Now you have a lot of money. Antakal just, and then it says, Are bhai Govind naam mat bisare. Just don't leave the Govind naam, that the Hari naam that has come to you, just don't leave it. It's the rarest of the rare jewel that has come to you. Are bhai Govind naam na bisare. Antakal jo istri simre, aisi chinta mein jo mare, Vaishya yoni valva lautre. It says at the time of death, the husband and wife should not be too much attached to each other. If they are attached to each other and they die, they will go into the Vaishya yoni, the yoni of prostitute. They become prostitute next birth. Antakal jo simre ladke, aisi chinta mein jo mare. So ladke means santan. Everybody is meditating, oh, and especially they say, oh, I want a son. Nowadays it's been changed, but earlier days, and still in some families it is, they are more obsessed with boys. Antakal jo simre ladke, aisi chinta mein jo mare, sukar yoni valva lautre. Krishna says, you are meditating on one or two children. Oh, this, I want this boy, I want a boy, I want a girl. You are always thinking of children. You were so obsessed with the children. Now you go into the species of sukar, a pig. Pig has got not one or two children, 4 children, it's got a trail of children. Now you enjoy with your children. I give you so many children. So one has to be very cautious what we are doing in this life. That is consciousness, being cautious, knowing what you are doing. Because Krishna has given us a free will, discretion power. We misuse it. We misuse everything. He's given us an intelligence, we misuse that also. We only want materialistic things. We only want money, big house, many houses. If one house we have, more money we earn, we want more houses. I was giving a lecture in Vancouver. I met a couple who had 20 houses in Vancouver. The wife tells me. And still her husband works 5 in the morning to 10 in the night. Still he works. He is workaholic. He says, I can't sit. And there is no, he has big pharmacies. He doesn't have a stool even in the pharmacy. He stands whole day. They don't keep, that's a rule in their pharmacy, not to keep a stool. Not any member of the staff would sit. Everybody has to be on their toes. There is a new, in the malls, in the stores you see, there are no stools. No staff is allowed to sit. They have to be on their toes, they have to stand only. This is the torture they have to take. And this person is self-inflicting torture he's taking. He has the money, his wife says he doesn't know how much there is in the bank. I keep the account, everything I know. We have 20 houses. And still I don't know why he's working. He has one son, though both husband and wife are working. And her wife says he hasn't actually seen his son for, nicely. He hasn't talked to his son for ages. When he was in school, he used to go for work at 5. He had 4 or 5 pharmacies. He would visit all. Because no staff would come. He would open up the pharmacy. 5 he would leave. 10 o'clock in the night he comes back. So what kind of a life is this? What is this? One day you have, and he's a big donor. He gives a lot of money to a temple. So that is one thing. But what life it is. So Antakal jo simre. It says here, Antakal jo mandir simre. I see chinta ghar mandir. Who are actually meditating on house. Oh, I want this house, that house. Even a small house, even a hut even you have, and you're obsessed with that jhopadi also. Obsession is bad. Things are not bad. Obsession is bad. If this house you have may have a palace-like house and you serve devotees and you serve Krishna there, you serve your spiritual master there, that becomes Dham, that becomes Vrindavan. But even if you have a jhopadi, a hut, and you don't serve Krishna and Guru there, that is, again, that is Maya. You have a bicycle, it's okay, Krishna says. But if you have a bicycle even and then you don't use this bicycle to go to the temple, you are in Maya. You may have a Rolls Royce and you serve devotees, you are not in Maya. So, Antakal jo simre, ghar mandir aisi chinta me jo mare pret yoni valva lautare. If you are obsessed with a house, you never served the devotees, you never served Krishna there, you never served Guru there. This, and your consciousness, oh, I've got such a beautiful house, or I have this house, that house. You were always thinking of the bricks, the walls and the bricks. So you will take a birth of a ghost now. Preta yoni valva lautre. The haunted houses. The pret lives there, the ghost lives there. Antakal jo Narayan simre, aisi chinta me jo mare. Badat lochan te nar mukta. Pitambar vake hriday base. Sorry. Pitambar take hriday base. So those who chant the name of Narayana at the end, at the time of death, Pitambar, that's Krishna, actually resides in their heart and take them back to Godhead. So this is how it is. This is said by Bhadat Tilochan, and it's been quoted into the Guru Granth Sahib. That how a devotee, when he chants Narayan or Krishna's name at the time of death, he goes back to Krishna. He becomes liberated. So being a Vaishnava is actually the best thing one can do in this human species of life. We have 4 lakhs of human species. We've given a big price to be a human. 80 lakhs of species we crossed over. And 83 lakhs of species we crossed over to become a Vaishnava. So 84 lakhs of species are there, 4 lakh species are human forms, and in that Vaishnava is the topmost. So we are just on the threshold of being a Vaishnava. We have crossed over the 3,90,999 species to be a Vaishnava. And the mercy of the Guru is flowing. If we don't take it, we will lose this life in a gamble. And the next life will be again, we start with this, now scratch again. So, any question is there, you can ask me. Very well. Any questions? We can take the question answers so that we have. We started at 7:30, so by 8:30 we have. Yes.
So, like, remember how you said that if you like, get distracted and you focus on other stuff, and when
Mm-hmm.
when you get distracted, that you once you die, you become that angry. But what if like your distraction goes to a cow?
Then you get liberated. Cow is actually Krishna's beloved. So Gopal, he's called Gopal. He's the protector of cows. He loves cows. If you serve Tulsi Maharani, you serve cow, you are protected. Krishna takes you back. Haribol. So any other question? No question? Everybody wants to take rest now. Haribol. So we can end the session if no question is there. Later on, no question will be asked. We'll just head for the prasadam. Nobody will come to ask me any question. If you ask now, I answer. Later, I don't answer. Very well. So we end the session here. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Damodar Mas ki jai. God Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.